Think about this. I woke up this morning, Israel and the US had bombed Iran. Iran is now retaliating.
We join you right now with breaking news from the Middle East. Israel has launched preemptive airstrikes against the Islamic Republic of Iran.
What we know so far is there's a joint attack. Iran's leaders have been targeted. Trump wants the regime change. Iran is retaliating. They've bombed bases in Qatar, United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, and Bahrain. Tehran is willing to talk, but they're not willing to accept a regime change, which is what Trump wants. The thing that baffles me is that when I go to Reddit to find out what the latest news is, I go to the news section and I find this. The general said no, but Trump was bored of peace. The peace president, 79, has gone to war again. The first comment is, this is what happens when we have an emotionally belligerent man-child growing senile as the commander-in-chief. All right, next one. The United States is participating in the Israeli strikes against Iran, AP sources say. The first comment is a clarification. The second comment is, the United States is at war with Iran. Wow. Next one. Iran strikes US military bases in Qatar, Kuwait, and the UAE, and Bahrain. First comment. All thanks to our no new wars president, clapping emoji. Next one. Do you think that Israel and the USA's actions against Iran are justified? First comment. Not exactly the behavior one would expect from a FIFA Peace Prize winner. So I knew Reddit swung left. I think we all kind of know that. The thing that baffles me is that when it happens on US soil, we had Alex Preddy and Renee Good that died protesting against ICE. Everyone was up in arms. But then when it happens in Iran, where 18,000 of their citizens have died protesting the government, it's suddenly, that's okay. I don't get it.
But what if you're confusing people as to what you sincerely believe? Like, why not present just one Gavin Newsom, one consistent tone across all platforms?
The US wants two things. They want Iran to step down on their nuclear activities. They also want Iran to stop slaughtering their citizens. 18,000 people, by some sources, have died in Iran.
This during a 48-hour period that will go down in the history books as one of the bloodiest clampdowns on street protests in modern times.
But I don't get how you reconcile that. When it happens on US soil, killing 2 citizens, not cool. But it's okay to kill 18,000 in Iran? I don't get it. It's next level hypocrisy. Another headline says this is the beginning of World War III. It's not the beginning of World War III. World War III requires multiple countries fighting each other over a large area. In the case of World War II, it was the Axis powers, it was the Allied powers. They fought over the entirety of Europe. That is not what's happening here. It's the US and Israel versus Iran. Who's going to come to Iran's aid? It's certainly not Russia. Russia's tied up in Ukraine. Besides, a lot of the bombs that were dropped on Ukraine were launched from Iran. Russia doesn't have access or the military capability to defend Iran right now. Is China going to do it? No. China wants Taiwan.
By land, air, and sea, China is showing off its military might, releasing footage of a major exercise around Taiwan.
China's going to peacefully probably get Taiwan when Trump is out of power, which means they're not going to do anything to justify that from happening. They're certainly not going to go to the defense of Iran because they have nothing to gain and everything to lose. So China's not going to come to the defense of Iran. What's probably going to happen, the US is going to take out the Ayatollah. They're going to implement democracy, which Iran has had in the past. They're going to set them up for peace, and they're going to let them go. No nuclear program, no more slaughtering their citizens, no more bombing Israel. Peace is the goal. Think about that.